never felt so good.
In Nevada, anything that goes into the storm drain goes directly to our local waterways, which can pollute Nevada's lakes and rivers. Here's some waterway wisdom so you can help do your part. Scoop your dog's poop, bag it and discard it. Wash your car at a car wash or on grass or gravel. And don't litter. Secure trash in bins. Use waterway wisdom. And remember, only rain should go into the storm drain. Join us in working together to preserve our water resources for future generations of Nevadans.
Empowering people out of poverty. Helping kids like Grace and her whole community to shine. There's nothing quite like it. At World Vision, we've seen what happens when a child gets clean water or nutritious food, when she feels safe, gets to learn in a classroom, or discovers that she has infinite worth. Together, we're working to help every kid everywhere grow into who God created them to be. And thanks to partners like you, it's happening every minute of every day. Every 60 seconds, a family gets water. A hungry child is fed. A family gets the tools to overcome poverty. Reach out with us and help people change their own lives for good. Learn more at worldvision.org.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Welcome to KPVM TV here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio. Today is Wednesday, August 10th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, the Nye County Public Works Department has been busy this summer cleaning up and repairing roads damaged by monsoon flooding. At the most recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, a number of residents spoke up saying the county needs a flood mitigation plan, and Commissioner Leo Blundo agrees.
Right now, we're getting hammered pretty hard. And we're worried about rain this weekend. Well, there will be a day that I expect us within 5, 10, 20 years that we don't have that worry, that we have the plan. The plan's been executed. We have retention basins. We have what we need to prevent those issues from occurring or reduce the risk at the very least.
I believe back about 2005, there was a flood plan developed by the county, and a flood plan existed. And my recall is that the flood plan was very, very expensive, so the flood plan was never implemented. And the gentleman that just spoke, I believe that in that plan, all of the type of things were in that plan to prevent what has happened just this last weekend, or this last rainstorm.
The comments from Mr. Basta reminded me of something I brought up earlier as far as with the flooding and having the developers build for flooding that would be caused by their projects. And I suggest that you work with the building department and determine how much flooding will be caused by each new subdivision, and prior to approving the subdivision, you make them agree to take care of that infrastructure, because we really need it.
I think in short time, we need to have a real serious conversation. Now, we had the flooding, a lot of heavy rainfall back in July, and it's monsoon season for a reason, and we've been very lucky and fortunate that we've dodged a lot of bullets. But look at this. Here we are. From one July to the next, we got hit again. We need to have the floodplain management plan come before the board, and it's going to be a tough pill to swallow, and it's going to be a tough conversation to have, and it's going to be very expensive. But it needs to be a conversation that is had and direction, and we need to start working on it. We can't ignore it anymore.
Well, you know that Death Valley took a beating at this last storm. State Route 190 in Death Valley is now open. The western portion of the Death Valley National Park, we mean. The road remains closed from Trona and Wild Rose Junction in Pahrump Valley through Death Valley Junction. Additional areas are expected to open no earlier than August 19th as work to clear debris and repair roads continues. This partial opening allows access to limited areas, including Pahrump Springs Resort, a private inn holding, Father Crowley Overlook, Lee Flat, the most highly visited areas of the park, including Furnace Creek Visitor Center, Badwater Basin, Zabriskie Point, Dante's View, Mesquite Sand Dunes, and additional paved roads remain closed due to extensive flood debris and damage. While areas of the park are still wet and muddy following Friday's storm, it's important to give these areas time to dry out. Walking onto wet playas can leave footprint scars for years to come, and driving onto muddy dirt roads can cause deep ruts, adding to the damage and time to repair these areas. Some navigational apps are routing travelers onto primitive backcountry dirt roads to avoid the paved road closures. Park rangers have responded to aid stranded motorists. Some had all four tires on their vehicles flattened. Park staff have been diverted from flood operations to start researching backcountry roads, additional closure signs, and respond to stranded visitors. No injuries have been reported at this time. They are urging visitors to stay off dirt roads, even if apps are directing them there. They are working with various map platforms to report these issues. The park recommends travelers be smarter than your smartphones. Backcountry dirt road travel is strongly discouraged in the summer under normal conditions, as there are increased risk of being stranded in remote locations in extreme heat. According to the National Weather Service, temperatures in Death Valley have been 114 to 117 degrees in the past few days and are forecast to continue to 111 to 114 range. At this time, all dirt roads that have been assessed have had damage, and some are unpassable. Not all roads have been assessed for current conditions due to the scale of the flooding impacts. Well, 3 inmates at the Nye County Detention Center are now facing additional charges after authorities say they were involved in a fight. Brad Francis has the details.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office says Christian Lopez, Wilfred Santos, and Don Barba were involved in a fight inside the detention center on the evening of July 31st. After locking down G-Pod for a fight in progress, deputies reviewed surveillance video through which they identified Lopez, Santos, and Barba as the inmates involved in the disturbance. Deputies say on the video they could see inmate Lopez holding a green bottle that had a substance authorities suspected to be liquor, or also known as Pruno, in the jail. Deputies collected that bottle, which they say had a strong odor of alcohol. As part of the investigation, officers say the video shows Lopez stopped another inmate at the door of a cell. After an exchange of words, authorities say Lopez pulled that inmate into the cell, where Lopez, Santos, and Barba were seen punching and kicking the unidentified victim. Deputies say at one point during the scuffle, Santos and Barba exchanged punches, causing Barba to fall, striking his head on the cell toilet. Barba had to be transported to Desert View Hospital, where doctors stitched up a large gash on his forehead. As a result of this incident, Lopez is now facing a felony charge of battery by a prisoner and furnishing an intoxicant to a person lawfully confined in a jail or detention facility. Barba is also facing a felony charge of battery by a prisoner and also furnishing an intoxicant to a person lawfully confined in a jail or detention facility. For his part in the altercation, Santos is facing a felony charge of attempted battery by a prisoner.
And I know you guys heard right. That is Brad Francis. Guess what? We talked him into it. He is in Ohio, and he is helping us out from Ohio, and he is editing and doing some of our voiceover work. So we are happy to welcome back Brad Francis to the KPVM News team. News 25 will return right after this break.
Out of nowhere, a crash can happen when you least expect it.
We didn't see it coming.
Not all injuries are apparent at the time of the crash.
Within a matter of seconds, all we heard was 2 cars colliding together. Took my husband to the hospital. There's more to car accidents and insurance and everything that has to do with them than you understand. So we were referred to Jonathan Nelson because the case was more complicated than we initially thought.
Here at J.K. Nelson, we just want you to concentrate on one thing, getting better. Leave the rest to us. Give us a call today, 727-9900. That's J.K. Nelson Law at 727-9900.
They could help you better than you could ever help yourself, and I would highly recommend J.K. Nelson Law.
Call J.K. Nelson Law at 775-727-9900.
The hardware store that has it all. Pahrump Rentals and Do It Best Hardware. Quality tools including a massive channel lock product line, plumbing, indoor and outdoor growing supplies, custom hydraulic hoses, custom paint matching, key cutting. And we're more than just hardware. A huge hobby and art department, homeopathic remedies, Meyer's natural cleaning products, Duke Cannon men's products, gourmet nuts and licorice, local honey and bee pollen, and all kinds of unique gifts. Shop local, everything. If you don't see it, we can get it at Pahrump Rentals and Do It Best Hardware.
Everyone deserves quality healthcare, but not everyone can afford it. That's why Silver State Health Services is providing high-quality, cost-effective healthcare to those who need it the most. Whatever your status, uninsured or underinsured, from babies to seniors, primary care to behavioral health, our mission is to offer everyone access to quality, affordable care. Silver State Health Services, dedicated to building a healthy community. Make your appointment today at silverstatehealth.org.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by Sunset Valley Pools. For quality service and supplies, call 775-513-4114.
Welcome back. Well, Home Depot has joined forces with the 4-H Club Robotics Club to construct a level floor and workspace in support of future 4-H robotics competitions.
We moved spaces from last year from the middle bay into the bigger bay here, but the floor is very, very uneven. It's an old firehouse building. The floor has settled over the years, so it's very, very uneven flooring. So what we are doing, I went into Home Depot and I was talking to the manager about what it was going to take to level the floor out. And he said, well, let me come look at it. So him and a couple of the managers came over and took a look at it and decided that this might be a great opportunity for a Team Depot build. So they submitted a grant for $5,000, and that is what we're working with, is the $5,000. We ended up with countertops and cabinets and a workbench, and the most important part is the flooring for the ring so we can program properly. We literally were just trying to figure out how to level the floor to make it easier to program the robot, and the store manager was like, well, what do you do for this, and what do you do for this, and how do you store your stuff? And so I was showing him, and he was like, well, we can do better than that. So it was a shock, but a pleasant surprise for sure. Just the level playing floor is the most important, because when we program our autonomous, which is the 30-second undriver controlled, it has to be a pre-programmed, and if you don't have a level flat surface, then the robot's not going to do the same thing every time. So making sure that they have that level spot for the robot to do exactly what it needs to do every time consistently is imperative to the team. We have a 12 by 12 playing field with the rubber mats on the floor, and we compete against everybody in state. Like we've been a state champion at least once. We're working on doing that again this year. Last year we took third in state, so not too shabby. We've been consistently at the top of the state every year since our inception. So these kids are amazing. What they can do is great. I've got 3 kids on the team now that started with the team back season 1 and 2 that are mentors for the newer team members. So it's something that just continues to gain the momentum each year over year. Every single season they have a completely different game that you have to play, so the robot has to perform completely differently. So one year we shot the rings, another year we picked up cubes, another year we picked up little balls and blocks. So every year is a little bit different, and we don't know what's coming this year until September 10th, which is when our kickoff is.
Well, when Jen first brought us over here and they were showing how warped the floor was, so when we started to see how we were going to do it, the only thing we came up with was we have to do a base. So then as we did a little bit of research, I found some leveling legs that we could get on there strong enough to hold the support, but I could get it level enough to where the robot wouldn't be struggling trying to go up and down a slope.
Not knowing how the floor was going to go together, they're genius here. He come up with a good plan on how to put it together, and it's actually working great. Kids are getting involved. They're having fun. It's a huge transformation from what they had before to what you can see what's going on here today. So
the flooring that we're using is the same stuff you would use like in a 2-story house, so it's sturdy enough knowing that if all the kids caught it and jumped up and down, nobody's going to get hurt. Great community, great store, great associates. Absolutely love being out here.
Well, when a brother and sister sign up for a welding class at a local technology school, there is a bit of sibling rivalry, of course, but also an exposure to a career with unlimited possibilities. Kim Martinez reports.
I'm a skateboarder. I've been skating for 3 years. Yeah. Sponsored.
Skater girl Alex Anderman is not alone in her social media fame. In fact, she shares the spotlight with her brother Tristan, who's one of the best pro scooter riders in the world.
For a couple years, I got to travel the world riding a scooter. I got to go to all these different countries competing. It's on Instagram. I think somewhere around 33,000, maybe a couple hundred on top of that, but somewhere around there.
But now this brother and sister have teamed up to take on something new together.
Welding. I'm going to welding school.
Along with her brother Tristan and dozens of other adult students, they've gone back to school to learn the skill of welding.
She's always been kind of more of a, what do you call it, like a tomboy, I guess you could say.
Tomboy or not, the brother-sister team is taking advantage of a unique opportunity at the East Valley Institute of Technology, where there are classes geared toward those who want to become certified welders. Instructor Nicholas Vogel left a career in welding to teach at EVIT, and he says the adult classes attract all types of students.
We get a lot of people that come in there that want to learn how to weld just because they've seen it on TV and they want to build a hot rod or a Harley or something like that, or a chopper. We also get plenty of students that are trying to make a career out of this. Welding is a really good career to go into as far as pay. Everywhere is hiring right now.
And a career in welding can end up being a lot more lucrative than many may think.
At 19 or 20 entry level, and then after a couple months they promise to give you a few more dollars an hour. If you want to go into underwater welding or out on the road working pipeline, you can make over $100,000 a year easily. If you want to go out of the country or to Alaska to work on a pipeline, you can make just under $1 million in a year.
Big money to be made in a skilled trade they're both really enjoying going after together.
It's fascinating for sure, because every little process of the welding thing is a little bit different, like stick welding to MIG welding to TIG welding, they're all their own thing, and then there's the plasma and fuel cutting and stuff like that, so there's just all sorts of different aspects you can do. Maybe to potentially open a business one day, that'd be the big goal.
A shared love of welding, bonding the siblings even tighter and sparking some exciting future plans. Kim Martinez reporting.
That's it. I need to start welding. Thanks, Kim. Well, a new school year is here, and parents, of course, are checking and making sure that their kids have everything on their back-to-school list. Of course, all those school supplies, making sure that their kids have all the latest and up-to-date vaccines, especially with what could be a more severe flu season.
As we look at the data coming from the Southern Hemisphere, which is how we determine and predict what the flu season may be like for our winter coming up, it's looking like it may be a heavier flu season than we've seen in the past.
August is National Immunization Awareness Month, and Dr. Adam Keating with Cleveland Clinic's Children's says it's important for kids to get a flu shot every year. He notes the flu seems to cause more problems in children and the elderly. When it comes to COVID, cases are also likely to increase this fall. Dr. Keating says COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective, and the best way to protect against the virus. He recommends parents make an appointment with their children's doctor if they have fallen behind on vaccinations or regular checkups amid the pandemic.
It's worth remembering that people are behind on their preventative care in general right now, and that there's more reasons to visit your pediatrician every year than just immunizations. We want to look at your growth and development. We want to do our screenings to look at mental health and social situations and be able to help out with a complete set of advice.
Every time I see this, I get reminded I need to go get my second booster shot. Well, Dr. Keating says kids can get vaccinated for flu, COVID, and any other vaccines that they may need at the same time. Parents can also discuss if their child needs a COVID booster shot with their medical provider if they have completed the vaccination process at least 5 months ago. We'll return with your Save a Pet after this break.
Hurt in a wreck and don't have health insurance or money for co-pays and deductibles? No problem.
At Lerner & Rowe, we can get you the medical treatment you need with no out-of-pocket cost.
And we don't get paid till we win your case.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
LV.net provides fast, reliable internet at a fair price. We're a locally operated company and have proudly served the city of Las Vegas since 1994. At LV.net, we're your friends and neighbors, so you can be confident that you'll always get the best customer service. Our team is available 24/7, 365. There's no credit checks, no hidden fees, no data caps, and we will never raise your rates. LV.net is your hometown internet service provider. Don't forget, call LV.net at 702-9-MINUTE. That's 702-900-0000.
2022 has been nicknamed the Great Resignation. If you find yourself in this situation and want to change careers, why not invest in yourself and build your own business? A career in real estate is one where hard work is rewarded with unlimited income. Sound good? We have an online pre-licensing school available. Call me, Norma Jean, at 775-209-5819.
Make this the summer event going on now at Saida Trudeau, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. Make this the summer of great adventure and take home an all-new, redesigned Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. Or make this the summer you take home America's only plug-in hybrid minivan, the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid, the most awarded minivan over the last 6 years. Maybe you need more luxury in your life. Make this the summer you take home an all-new Jeep Grand Wagoneer. Enjoy the style, comfort, and adventure, all rolled into one. The Jeep Grand Wagoneer is J.D. Power's best large SUV of 2022. Make this the summer event going on now at Saida Trudeau, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, your original hometown dealer with the largest inventory in Nye County. Come in and see us now.
We want only to be the best.
Hello from Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. We are a family-owned and operated business here in Pahrump. Our goal is to service and repair your air conditioner in a way that will keep you happy and satisfied as our customer. We now offer financing on new air conditioners and repairs over $600 with approved credit. So call us at Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating at 775-727-6800. 775-727-6800. License number 78175.
A car wreck can be one of the worst times of your life. Injuries, car repairs, and now the insurance company doesn't want to pay?
Lerner & Rowe has the experience and proven results to take you from wreck to check.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. Also brought to you by Silver State Health. Visit silverstatehealth.org or call 702-471-0420 for an appointment. News 25, local news you can count on.
And now we go to Darby, who is at Never Forgotten Animal Society, to tell us about a beautiful heeler mixed dog named Lily.
Today's Save a Pet segment is made possible by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Never Forgotten Animal Society, and today we are joined with Lily. Lily is this beautiful black and white heeler. She's about 2 years old. She is a sweetheart, extremely, really patient, very, very calm personality. Heelers are amazing with commands. They listen very, very well. She is obviously already trained, sits down easily on command. Just an amazing little dog. Heelers are on the more small end. I call them a schmedium. They're not quite big enough to be a medium. They're not too small to be a small. They're kind of a schmedium. She is a sweetheart. If you want to come and see Lily, or any of her friends here at Never Forgotten Animal Society, you can give them a call at 775-537-8674. They're located on East Street behind Wells Fargo and Unit C. And you can also go on their Facebook page, which is Never Forgotten Pahrump, or their website, neverforgottenanimalsociety.org.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Lots of clouds up there in the sky. Let's see what we have in store when we return in just a moment.
Thank you for once again voting the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza Best of Pahrump as #1 in vehicle sales and service 4 years in a row. Visit PahrumpCars.com to check out our amazing lineup of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, along with tons of high-quality pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models. Plus, get your vehicle's value, a free credit score, even get pre-approved. Our goal is finding you the right vehicle and making it the right price. Need your vehicle serviced? PahrumpCars.com has you covered. Click on Service and Parts to schedule an oil change, tune-up, or any repair, big or small. Our ASE and GM trained technicians do it all. While you're there, check out our new accessories page and customize your ride today. All accessories can be shipped directly to you or be sent to the Auto Plaza for easy installation. That's PahrumpCars.com.
America is great and Pahrump is awesome. We have room for our furry friends, and when it's time to care for them, we have the best feed store, Shadow Mountain Feed. Who did Siegfried and Roy call on when their dolphin quit eating? Shadow Mountain Feed. They developed a nutrition solution right in their store. From elephants to dogs and everything in between, they have what you need to feed, grow, and show your animals. They have everything except bread. Don't go there for bread. Shadow Mountain Feed, your one-stop care center for your best friends. At 2371 West Bell Vista, call 775-727-5527.
Don't let just anyone detail your car. Trust the meticulous detailers at Express Detail and Auto Spa. We have packages ranging from routine maintenance and upkeep to extensive wheel-off restore to factory new clean. Got a new car or paint job? Don't go to Vegas, we're local. Let us keep it protected from chips and scratches with a premium ceramic coat. We also do paint correction. Have a dirt or pet hair problem? Let us take care of it. We can handle any mess. Bring your car down and give it the makeover it deserves. Give us a call, 775-764-0344, and ask for me, Stephanie.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios on a Wednesday, August 10th. It's my cousin Rex's birthday. Hey, Rex. Maybe you're watching out there in Washington. Maybe you're not. I don't know. Hope you are, but having a happy birthday. Up in Fernley and Fallon, they're celebrating your birthday at 93 degrees. Weather Twins, Carson City saw 89. Tonopah, the cool spot in the state, at 84. Sounds super pleasant. Goldfield at 86. 94 in Beatty. And it's 98 degrees in Amargosa and Las Vegas, close behind at 92. Both under a flood watch. Could get some sporadic rain that actually amounts to something, so watch out for that. Out in Death Valley, 111 degrees, and here in the paradise of Pahrump, well, let's take a look. It's 95. Perfect. 95 perfect degrees. It was 96 just a little bit earlier. Southerly winds to 13 miles per hour. Felt good all day long. 29% humidity this morning when the sun rose up at 5:58 to fight the day, and the fight ends at 7:39. We'll see a beautiful sunset under partly cloudy skies, gorgeous colors, and a low tonight of 77 degrees. That humidity is really cranking up, though. 42%. It doesn't let up. Look at this all this next week. Rain, clouds. There you go. Throughout the week, temperatures are about 95, 96 degrees on the high side. On the low side at night, about 77. But the chance of rain, well, we're going to get some pretty much every day, but it'll be like little sprinkles and this and that. Looks like Sunday, Monday could actually turn into some rain event. And, so watch out for the rising waters and all that as you, go about your day. But I don't think anything is worth all the panic I'm getting on my phone from these weather reports. Rain starting in 8 minutes. Like, no, it's not. Maybe somewhere. It's not that bad. All right, back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks so much, John. Well, some sad news to report. KPVM TV News 25 has learned of the passing of Justice of the Peace Kent Jasperson. Our deepest condolences to family and friends. That's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. From all of us here at KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio, we'll see you back here tomorrow night. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
Jeeves Defense has the lowest prices on guns in Nevada. They carry brand name ammo and accessories, and there's always a gunsmith on site. If you don't see what you're looking for, they'll special order it for you. Offering consignments, layaways, and $25 dealer transfers. They're open 6 days a week and closed on Mondays. Stop by the veteran-owned Jeeves Defense, located on the corner of Highway 160 and Basin. If you bought a gun someplace else,